Hello everyone, this is Funeka Ngxitho, the Crypto Master Preneur Coach, and we are doing our 5 to 10 minutes video as usual, and we are doing again your choice and selection of queries to take care of. Okay, so today we are going to start by looking at the portfolios to see how well they are doing. We noted a few days ago Bitcoin had gone down and now it went up to 9,500 and that brought the market up, which is really wonderful. So we see the portfolios are back to green and bright, and everything is looking okay. So we look at this particular portfolio. We see that almost all the coins are doing well here. Let's see if we scroll down a little bit. We want to see the average percentage on the whole profile, but otherwise almost all the coins are just above 4% in terms of gains, which is wonderful to see. Clearly every coin at the moment is mimicking what BTC is doing. Remember, the more BTC goes up, the more all the coins will go up. But as you can see here at the bottom, we have the culprits. I call them the culprits. They're not performing as you expect them to perform, even this one. Okay, this one, I can understand why, because they're actually working on their mainnet. Hopefully once they're sorted their mainnet, they'll start going up as well. Okay, this one is just a normal retrace, which is fine. But you can see here, the average is 6.7%. Now, depending on how big your profile is or how small it is, your gains for this particular moment will be this high or less that high. But it's always important to note that your profile might not be 100% green, even if the market is green. There will always be a sector in the market, in the ecosystem, that is not doing well at that particular time. And that is absolutely normal. Let's see what's happening on this one. On average, let's see how much. Okay, some of the coins are doing very well. You can see this one has 43% gains, 8%, and let's see on average that was the highest, and there's 1.6, which is the lowest on this one, and on average it's a 5.2%. That's a good percentage, and clearly even here this one is retracing, because I think yesterday this token was actually 23% gains, so it has lost almost half of its gains. That's normal. Remember, there will always be a retrace, irrespective of the sector, irrespective of the token, irrespective of the use case. There will always be a retrace. Okay, let's see this one. How we doing here? Okay, 14,000, but the average also, okay, we have one that's truly outperforming. This is an excellent performance. Any token that's doing 50% gains is doing very well. Okay, but you can see still the average is 6.6%. Remember what I said to you guys, and we do this in details on training, that it's important to note that the tokens that are over 50% in terms of gain on an hourly basis, on a daily basis, or consistently so, those are the tokens that you don't want to take from. You want to move that. If that token is sitting on your small portfolio, you want to move it to your medium portfolio. If that token is sitting on your medium portfolio, you want to move it to the long-term portfolio. Okay, because if a token is consistent in its gains, chances are it's going to be that token that's going to do very well when we get to the bull run. And you just want to make sure that you maintain it. You take it out of this let's take a little bit here and take a little bit here. Just move it over and start monitoring the way that I've taught you how to monitor these coins. Not just looking from time to time, look at the fundamentals and see what they're saying. Okay, let's see here. Okay, we're doing okay. An average of 5, I see. Okay, let's see at the bottom. Okay, these ones are withdrawn, you see, that's why they are 0, 0 and everything. And then we have some reds. This one, okay, this one did well yesterday also. That's a retrace. This one is just they're not going anywhere. But that's a very good performance. And anyway, it is a big profile, so that's a very good performance. On overall, that's a 7.3%. That's a good percentage. Now imagine if you get this 7% twice a week, thrice a week. When we get to the bull run, you're going to get to a situation where you start getting that consistently, and that's what you want. And which is why I'm saying, when you have a token that's outperforming, move it away from the smaller profiles and move it to the long-term portfolios. That way, when that time comes, when we're looking at what the bull run is doing, then those are the tokens that are gonna really move a needle into your portfolio. Like in this case, this token here is doing very, very well. That's a token we consider to move to this one. Okay, now this one comes from a very long deep retrace, so we'll leave it here and monitor it and see if it continues to perform that way. Alright, let's look at the last one. Alright, even here everything seems okay. It's amazing though that the smaller percentages are giving the bigger yields. What does this is the total, the quantities. It's what makes that. It's important that you should have a balanced portfolio, just like we teach in class. You may have a scenario also like this. Okay, that's 2,600. That's fine. What's happening here? Okay, let's just note that. We're gonna have to have a look and see. Do you see this portfolio gives the most gains? However, it's still very low. It tells you that the category of these coins, where we selected them, they are big coins, but at the same time, they don't give too much gains. However, because they are big coins and some of them are not as cheap as one will consider, they are giving big gains, however, at a very lower percentage. So not all your coins are going to perform the same. It depends on which category the coins comes from. It depends on the sector, the niche where they come from. It will also depend on the quantities. How many of these particular coins do you have? That will determine how well your portfolio will perform. Which is why, just like your clothes have different sizes. You have small, medium, large, extra large, and all of that. You need to diversify your portfolio and have different types of portfolios with different types of niches or categories or sectors in those portfolios. And because we have 5,300 number of coins that are different, it's not going to be an easy game to just guess and pick any coin, which is why I don't show the coins here, because the idea is that I don't want you to just go and buy the coins and kind of like mimic or copy the portfolios that I'm showing you. What I want you to learn from this is that you need to diversify. Okay, so you'll have to go and do your own research in order to put together your own portfolio. However, we also teach that in our classes. All right, so guys, I'm gonna have to stop here because I don't want the video to go above 10 minutes. But for now, remember, first things first, educate yourself. Self-educate, invest in yourself, give yourself knowledge, give yourself a skill that you can live off for the rest of your life. So learn, start there by learning first. Love you guys. See you soon. Out.